people speaking 24 languages in 28 countries, 19 with a common currency, in one European Union, remains one of the greatest political and economic achievements of modern times.
Well, Barack Obama also used the speech to call on Europe to carry more of the shared burden for security, accusing it of complacency in recent times. For more on the story, I'm joined by Guillaume Lagane, who's a professor at Sciences Po University. Thank you very much indeed for being with us. Also the author recently of this book, published in French for the time being, A Theory of International Relations from Ideas to States. Thank you for being our guest. We've been listening to Barack Obama this morning. He's meeting with European counterparts this lunchtime. He's come, of course, to talk about the trade agreement he seeks with Europe, but also with this very important message about the need for greater burden sharing with the European Union. He believes that Europe has simply not been pulling its weight.
Well, it's an old story. The US has consistently insisted for Europe to strengthen its security commitments. In Germany, for instance, we have to remember that the military budget is around 30 billion euros. It's not at the level that NATO is requiring, the level of 2%. It must, Germany, to reach this level, should double its budget. So, I mean, you can feel the difficulty of doing such a thing in a time of budget restraining and large deficits. But on the other hand, the international situation is so dire, is so severe. The threats are so intense that Europe should really commit itself to assure its own defense.
Among the things that he's talking about, he announced these extra 250 troops deployed to Syria is, of course, the fight against the Islamic State group. Is there more that Europe could be doing, should be doing in that particular fight?
Well, come to think about it, Syria is in the direct neighborhood of Europe, so Europe should be primarily interested in solving this crisis. France and the UK and some other states already are involved in the conflict, in the Syrian conflict. Germany, for the first time, has delivered weapons to the Kurds, which are the fighting parties in Syria. That's a first. That's very important for Germany, who was, a very neutral position generally. But Europe should do more. And as a matter of fact, the administration of Obama was a turning point from Europe, because he was the first president to shift American power from Europe to Asia. And it's a message to the Europeans saying you have to take care of yourself. So I think, yes, Europe should do more. But again, we are in challenging times with problem of budgets, public opinion who are not very, supportive of foreign interventions, etc.
Now, of course, with regard to that deployment in Syria, Barack Obama spoke about this being a crucial point. He wants momentum to continue to be built against the Islamic State group, which it is believed is on the back foot in both Syria and Iraq. Do you believe that that is the case?
Well, fact of the matter, there was some big drawbacks for the Islamic State. They lost several cities, including Palmyra. So yes, I think the organization is not as powerful as it used to be. But then Mosul and Raqqa are still under its sway, and regaining those cities is really a challenging task, because you need foot on the ground, and actually we still don't have those foots. And though the few hundreds American soldiers that have been deployed, this announcement by Barack Obama, it's obviously not enough when you think of how the Bush administration resolved the crisis in 2006 with hundreds of thousands of soldiers in Iraq. We are very, very short. We are very, very far from that.
Guillaume Lagane, thank you very much.